I need you to stop what you're doing for the next few minutes because what I am about to tell you has the genuine potential to change the way your legs feel, the way you move through your day, and the way you live for the years ahead. Most doctors hand you a calcium recommendation and move on. But today, I am going to tell you something the mainstream medical conversation almost never addresses. There are specific foods that, when eaten in the morning, can actually slow and, in many documented cases, begin to reverse the muscle loss happening in your legs right now. And yes, I said begin to reverse it because it is not too late, no matter how weak your legs feel today. My name is Dr. Favor at ME, and I have spent over a decade watching patients who were told that their leg weakness, their unsteady walk, their struggle to get up from a chair, or their inability to climb stairs without holding the railing was simply the price of getting older. That is one of the most harmful falsehoods in senior health, and today we are going to dismantle it. Stay with me because the most powerful food on this list is one you almost certainly already have at home. And the reason it works is something most doctors never explain at a routine appointment. We are going to get there, but first you need to understand what is actually happening to your legs so that you understand exactly why morning timing matters as much as what you eat. Your leg muscles, particularly the quadriceps at the front of the thigh and the calf muscles, are not passive structures. They are metabolically active tissue that is constantly being broken down and rebuilt. In a healthy younger adult, the rebuild rate matches or slightly exceeds the breakdown rate. The muscle stays strong and stable. After age 60, this balance shifts. The breakdown rate stays roughly the same, but the rebuild signal becomes weaker. The muscle becomes less sensitive to the anabolic trigger, which is the body's signal to build and maintain tissue. This process is called sarcopenia, which simply means age-related muscle loss. It affects virtually everyone as we age. But the rate at which it happens is significantly influenced by what you eat, when you eat it, and how much of the right nutrients reach your muscles at the right time. Here is what most people are never told. The morning hours represent the most critical window for muscle protein synthesis, which is the rebuilding process. After 7 or 8 hours of overnight fasting, your muscles are in their most receptive state for receiving the nutrients that trigger rebuilding. If you eat the wrong breakfast or a breakfast too low in protein, you miss the single best opportunity of the day to signal your leg muscles to maintain and grow. But here is what most people do not realize. It is not just about total protein. The research is now clear that the type of protein, the specific amino acid it contains, and the amount delivered in a single morning meal are what determine whether the muscle-building signal fires or stays silent. Let me explain the key nutrient that most seniors are chronically under-consuming, and that research published in 2025 in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle identified as the single most important amino acid for preventing and addressing sarcopenia in older adults. That amino acid is leucine. Think of leucine as the ignition key for the muscle-building process. Without sufficient leucine arriving at the muscle cell, the rebuilding switch does not turn on, regardless of how much protein you ate. The body needs leucine specifically to activate the pathway that triggers muscle protein synthesis. International guidelines now recommend that adults over 60 consume at least 3 grams of leucine at each main meal, alongside 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, to counter the reduced muscle sensitivity that comes with age. Most seniors are not reaching those targets at breakfast because they are eating cereal, toast, fruit, or other low-protein, low-leucine morning options that simply cannot trigger the muscle-building process. This is where things become dangerous. A breakfast that is low in leucine is not a neutral choice. It is a missed signal. The muscle went through a full night of fasting, arrived at the morning window primed and ready to rebuild, and received nothing that told it to build. Over months and years, that missed signal accumulates into visible, measurable muscle loss in the legs. And the biggest mistake comes in the choice of protein source. Many seniors increase protein intake, but choose collagen-based products, which are very low in leucine, or plant-only proteins that, while beneficial in other ways, often do not deliver the complete leucine profile needed to trigger the muscle-building response in older adults without careful combination. A 2025 systematic review in osteoporosis and sarcopenia confirmed that leucine-enriched whey protein combined with resistance training produces the most consistently positive outcomes for addressing sarcopenia in older adults. The rapid absorption of whey protein at breakfast during the morning anabolic window, combined with its naturally high leucine content, makes it one of the most effective breakfast proteins for supporting aging muscles. But whey protein is not the only answer. Stay with me because this next point could be the most important one. If you have made it this far, you are clearly invested in your health and interested in what comes next. Many people watch educational content and move on, but lasting progress comes from applying what you learn consistently. Over the years in my clinic, I have seen one simple truth. Real progress does not come from doing anything extreme. It comes from doing the right small things consistently every single day. That is exactly why I created the 30-day blood pressure reset for seniors. It is a simple step-by-step plan designed to support healthy blood pressure through gentle daily routines, light exercises, and clear guidance that can be followed easily at home. The reason this matters is important. High blood pressure and poor circulation can reduce the amount of blood and nutrients reaching the leg muscles. When blood supply to the muscles is restricted, even the best morning protein cannot fully deliver its benefits because nutrients cannot reach the muscles efficiently. Managing blood pressure through consistent daily habits supports the delivery of nutrients needed for muscle maintenance and recovery. Many people who have followed this structure have reported feeling more in control of their daily habits, more confident about their health, and more comfortable knowing they are taking practical steps to support their well-being. For many, success did not come from drastic changes, but from having a simple, sustainable plan they could follow consistently. Now, let me give you the specific morning foods to eat, ranked by how effectively they address the leucine and protein needs of aging leg muscles. The first and most powerful option is eggs combined with Greek yogurt. 2 whole eggs provide approximately 12 grams of high-quality complete protein, along with a meaningful amount of leucine. Greek yogurt, especially the full-fat variety, can add another 15 to 20 grams of protein, including whey protein, one of the fastest-absorbing and most leucine-rich proteins available. Together, this combination can provide close to the 3-gram leucine threshold and approximately 25 to 30 grams of total protein, matching current recommendations for stimulating muscle protein synthesis in older adults. Researchers studying protein timing found something particularly interesting. A study published in a peer-reviewed nutrition journal reported that consuming protein in the morning rather than the evening produced significantly better outcomes for maintaining skeletal muscle mass in older adults. The morning window is not simply a matter of preference. It is a period when the body's anabolic response to protein is especially sensitive and when leucine signaling appears to have its strongest effect on muscle-building processes. The second morning food that offers powerful muscle support is salmon, or another oily fish, if you are willing to include it at breakfast. Oily fish provides high-quality protein with a strong leucine profile, along with omega-3 fatty acids that have been shown to improve how muscle responds to anabolic signals. Omega-3 fatty acids do not build muscle directly. Instead, they help make muscle tissue more responsive to the signals that stimulate muscle growth and maintenance. Combining 2 to 3 ounces of salmon with eggs at breakfast creates a nutrient-rich meal that supports muscle health through multiple complementary pathways at the same time. The third option, and perhaps the most practical for people who struggle to eat a large breakfast, is a whey protein shake made with whole milk and a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. A single serving of whey protein typically provides 20 to 25 grams of high-quality protein and contains one of the highest concentrations of leucine available from any protein source. Whole milk adds additional protein, calcium, and leucine, while ground flaxseed contributes omega-3 fatty acids that help support healthy muscle function and responsiveness. This simple combination takes only a few minutes to prepare and can help provide the protein and leucine needed to support muscle maintenance in a convenient, easy-to-consume form. The fourth important addition to a muscle-supporting breakfast is vitamin D. Whether from fortified milk or other vitamin D-rich foods consumed alongside your protein source, vitamin D plays an important role in muscle function, particularly in adults over 60, and deficiency is common among older populations. Research suggests that adequate vitamin D levels may help support the body's ability to utilize the signals involved in muscle protein synthesis. Without sufficient vitamin D, these processes may not function as effectively. The most important message to remember is this: consistency matters more than perfection. A nutritious, protein-rich breakfast eaten consistently every day for a month is likely to have a greater long-term impact than an ideal breakfast eaten only occasionally. Muscles respond to regular daily habits and repeated nutritional signals over time. If you are looking for a place to start, consider having 2 eggs and a serving of Greek yogurt tomorrow morning. If that feels like too much, begin with the eggs alone. Follow that routine consistently for 2 weeks before making additional changes. Focus on building the habit first. Once the habit is established, it becomes much easier to build upon it. Take a moment to think about what you currently eat for breakfast. Many people are surprised to learn that not only protein intake but also the timing of protein consumption may influence muscle maintenance as we age. If someone you know has noticed increasing weakness in their legs and believes it is simply an unavoidable part of aging, encourage them to learn more about the role of nutrition, physical activity, and healthy daily habits. While age-related muscle loss is common, there are steps that may help slow its progression and support muscle health. Many people spend years waiting for the perfect moment to prioritize their health. In reality, meaningful change often begins with small actions taken consistently rather than major changes made all at once. Simple daily routines, regular physical activity, balanced nutrition, healthy blood pressure management, and adequate protein intake can all contribute to better overall health and mobility over time. Remember, improving health does not require perfection. It requires commitment to small, sustainable actions repeated day after day. I am Dr. Favor Emmy. Your legs are capable of more than you may think. Continue supporting them with good nutrition, regular movement, and consistent habits. Disclaimer: the information presented here is intended for general educational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Recommendations are based on published scientific research, including studies examining leucine-enriched whey protein, resistance training, and muscle health in older adults. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet, exercise routine, or supplement use, particularly if you have existing medical conditions or take prescription medications. This information is based on findings from a 2025 review published in the Journal of Osteoporosis and Sarcopenia, examining nutritional strategies for age-related muscle loss, a 2025 study in Frontiers in Nutrition. Exploring the relationship between dietary protein intake and muscle mass in older women. International clinical guidelines recommending 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, along with approximately 3 grams of leucine per meal for older adults, and educational resources on muscle-preserving nutrition, published in 2025. The content provided is intended for general educational purposes only and should not be considered personal medical advice. Protein needs can vary significantly depending on factors such as body weight, activity level, kidney function, overall health status, and existing medical conditions. Nutritional recommendations should always be individualized when possible. If you have kidney disease or any condition that affects protein metabolism, consult your physician or qualified healthcare professional before making substantial changes to your protein intake or beginning any new dietary regimen.